And welcome to another edition of East LA Sports Scene as we bring the sports cam here for our high school game of the week. And we lead off week number 0, as they say in the city school system. It's week 0, game 1, August the 17th, 2018. And it's coming to you from the home of the Garfield Bulldogs as they play host to the Montebello Oilers. They have a rematch here in store for this game. Last year, the Bulldogs came out with a narrow victory over the Oilers at Montebello. This time they return the favor and they come here to play the Garfield Bulldogs. So it's an intersectional game. It's the LA City section versus the CIF Southern section. A very good encounter because of the proximity of Montebello to East LA. So get ready. We have a great game coming your way on our high school game of the week, brought to you by East LA Sports Scene Production. So get ready. We're going to watch under the Friday Night Lights high school football as it returns to East LA and beyond. We'll be back in a moment with the kickoff.
Celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday to Henry Polanco Sr. We appreciate him from his time and volunteering assistance to the football team. Happy birthday, Mr. Polanco. Okay, so Montebello will kick off the first half. Captain for the Bulldogs, number 1, Peter Garcia. Number 9, Angel Hidalgo. Number 28, Nicholas Delgadillo.
To go. Number 86 will approach for the Montebello Oilers as they kick off here. It's the CIF Southern section versus the city section. And heading down towards Abel Martinez, number 5, takes it at about the 5-yard line. He's got some room, breaking out. Picked up a good block. He's at the 30, 40. Flag comes out, though, on his run back, but he picked up a tremendous block at the 30-yard line. Give credit to number 5 for Garfield. It's going to be Abel Martinez. He's a senior, 140 pounds, wide receiver. Hold everything, though. When he hit the 45-yard line, a flag just flew out, and they're going to call a penalty. Okay. Personal foul's going to be administered against the Bulldogs. Although there's good run back by Martinez, it's going to be negated right at the 35. They're going to give him a major penalty of 15 yards, and it's going to be brought all the way back. Let's call it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So good first play of the game on the kickoff. However, penalties, okay, on that run back negate a good effort. Bruce Gonzalez is going to be at the helm here for Garfield. Let's pick up the rest of the running backs and linemen and receivers as well. Gonzalez dropping back, looking left. Oh, it's underthrown. Pass intended for Angel Hidalgo. All city selection in his junior year, last year for the Bulldogs. Going to be 2nd and 10. Coming to you here from Garfield Stadium. Garfield Bulldogs located on, let's call it the intersections of Atlantic, between Whittier and let's call it Beverly. Right here in East Los Angeles, California. Spread offense here for the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 10. There's a snap. And it's a handoff. And number 1, that's Garcia. Peter Jason Garcia, also known as PJ. He's a junior, 158 pounds, a running back. And will play defense for you as a cornerback. No huddle offense for the Bulldogs. It'll be 3rd and let's call it 10. A lot of activity, but no gains on either play. So it's going to bring up a big 3rd down here play. First possession of the game for the Bulldogs. Coming to you from the 50-yard line here, East LA Sports Scene, bringing you high school football, Friday Night Lights here, game number 1 for our annual high school game of the week. And rolling left, he's got a man open, and he is completed. It looks like it went to, let's see who comes out of that pack. Number 9, Hidalgo. And looks like it's going to be enough for the first down as the markers will be moved forward. Garfield on offense. They won the coin toss and they elected to receive. Montebello Oilers in white gold helmets and dark blue with gold trim numbers. Okay, we'll try to get you some of the players here in a moment, but Garfield. And there is a flag on the play. Looks like there's going to be a penalty. Could go either way. Might have been an offensive lineman that drew the defensive tackle. Okay, look at the white hat over there. He's signaling penalty. So it was offside, just moving on that line here. Let's try to give you some of the Montebello defenders. Let's go 40, Steve Servin. Number 72, Charles Miller. Number 52, Cristobal Perez. Number 9, that's Derek Galvez. Number 3, Jonathan Becerra. Number 21, Andres Castellon. Number 2, Gabriel Loaiza. Number 7, Elijah Martinez. Number 6, Pete Mariscuna. And number 23, Jordan Duncans. Here's a play. Coming off tackle, looks like he'll get back or up maybe for a yard or two gain on the play. It's going to bring up second. Let's call it 9.5. Pickup of half a yard for the Garfield Bulldogs. Bulldogs, of course, playing out of the LA City section, representing the Eastern League in Division 1. Snap, pass, looks like it's out to the flat. On a reception, still going, pushed out of bounds, finally. Number 34 rode him out for Montebello. That was Pablo Mosqueda. First down. Garfield exploiting the flat area, the screen, or what we'll call the screen area there on the defensive right side of the defensive line and the sector for the Montebello defense. And Angel Hidalgo picks up another first down. So possession looking very good here for the Bulldogs as they start their drive. Interrupted by some penalties, but nonetheless, they're in possession. Handoff, hit once, and then still going. Oh, nice tackle. Good gang tackle there. But the man on the bottom of that pile gets credit for the tackle first for standing him up. That's Andres Castellon. He picks up maybe, for a good effort, 5 yards. Let's give him 5 on the carry. And at the controls for the Garfield Bulldogs, the quarterback is Bruce Gonzalez. Let's give you their lineup here on offense. Second and 5 for the Bulldogs. Beautiful, beautiful summer night here in East Los Angeles. Gonzalez dropping back, going downfield, got a man open. Hidalgo! Oh my goodness, beautiful catch. He beat the defenders. He got behind number 6 and number 23. Number 6 was Peter Mariscura, and number 23, Eduardo Gonzalez. But Hidalgo, multi-sport athlete, showing some of his athletic skills, great leaping ability as well for Angel Hidalgo. Big first down. Here comes the handoff. Looks like it's going to Garcia over right tackle. And there's another gain here on the play for Garfield. They're now downfield. Looks like they're definitely in the red zone. Let's call it second and goal for the Bulldogs. That pass play was at least minimum 35 yards. Gonzalez at quarterback out of the spread formation. He's got Garcia behind him, and it's Gonzalez on a keeper. Gets hit and then dropped. Coming off the bottom of that pile, number 34 is Giovanni. Check that. 34 is going to be Pablo Mosqueda. He's in on tackles here for the Oilers. Substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted right at the 3-yard line. First quarter was 7:20 to go in the period. Just underway here. Sun is starting to set in the west. And P.J. Garcia, broke through a huge gaping hole over the left tackle. He's into the end zone for the first score of the game. And that comes at 7:13. So thanks to a beautiful bomb, we'll call it an aerial display there from Gonzalez to Hidalgo, that gave the Garfield Bulldogs a lot of encouragement and positivity as they could feel that they were going to get into the end zone on a score. So they accomplished the feat there with a score by P.J. Garcia, 2-yard run over left tackle. Point after now. Number 16's in to attempt Fabian Munoz Rodriguez. The snap, the hold, the kick, left-footed, and it's good. So the conversion, PAT is good for Garfield, and that will put 7 points up on the board at 7:13 in the first quarter. We're going to come back after both teams change their squads now for the kickoff, and this is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, set for the kickoff. Number 16 is going to do dual duties here. Fabian Munoz Rodriguez. He'll be kicking off to Brian Martinez and Derek Galvez. For Montebello, there's the kick. It's up, end over end. Going to be taken at about the 15-yard line. And he's got some blockers. Oh, he's going to get out to the outside here. And turns it upfield, but Abel Martinez is right there to bring him down. But a good run back on the kickoff. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Montebello Oilers. Their first possession of the game. We're going to take a good look at the Oilers and see how they stack up under Coach Pete Gonzalez here for this opening game of the 2018 season. Okay, whistle blows. Here comes the play. Plasencia at quarterback. There's the snap. Handoff. He keeps it. Oh, brought down. He wasn't fooled there. Number 28, give him credit. Nicolas Delgadillo. He sniffed that out. And Plasencia on a fake to his running back. He kept it, but Delgadillo was there to stop him. Loss of about 2, 2nd and 12 for Montebello. There's a snap. Plasencia dropping back. He's pressured. Oh, broke the grasp of a tackle and then turned right around into Nicolas Delgadillo. Brought him down. He may gained a yard. He may have gained a yard on that play, but it was a good defense in the secondary for the Bulldogs. Cut off the passing lanes, and Plasencia had to run for it. In at running back is Eduardo Gonzalez, number 22 for Montebello. Let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's right about at the 35-yard line. The referee is on the other side in the white hat. We can't really see him through the players, but looks like he was signaling to the press box. So Gonzalez in the backfield, one back set formation. 3rd down now for the Oilers. Plasencia fakes it again, throws it out in the flat. Oh, incomplete. It's going to bring a 4th down. Bulldog defense really rising up here, putting a stop on the Oilers. It's going to be change of possession coming as the kicking team comes in for Montebello. 5:53 left in the first quarter. Garfield 7, Montebello or Montebello 0. Let's see who goes back for the Bulldogs in punt formation. Angel Hidalgo, number 9, and P.J. Garcia for the Bulldogs. They're standing at about their own 30-yard line. 86 is in for, that's Nava. Back in punt formation. Let's see, he's at about his, they call it the 20-yard line. There's a snap. Nava has it. Kicks it. Nicely done here. Almost a spiral. And it'll be run down there or touch down there, touch there at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. And the offense comes back onto the field for head coach Lorenzo Hernandez and the Garfield Bulldogs. Okay, same setup here for the Bulldogs in terms of player personnel. Bruce Gonzalez, number 11 at quarterback. PJ Garcia, number 1. We'll get you some of the linemen here for the Bulldogs. Cortez, Romero, Flores, Lozano, Martinez, Gonzalez up front there for the Bulldogs. High snap and bouncing up to the side was Gonzalez. It's the keeper. He rolled left, picked up a couple of yards maybe. Oh no, give him about 6.5 on the carry. No huddle offense for Garfield. Here they come now. It's going to be 2nd and 4, long 4 for Garfield. Clock is moving with just about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. There's a snap, inside handoff. Oh, ball's got loose. Oh, still going. Oh my goodness. And let's see who fell on top of that. It was a battle for the football, just loose on the field there. And looks like the Bulldogs recover. But in there, scrapping and diving in there for the ball, number 21 for Montebello, Andres Castellon. That's going to set the Bulldogs back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Gonzalez out of the spread formation. Looking over to the sideline for change in the call. Still looking. He's got it. And here comes the play. Took a little too long. It's going to be a delay of game against Garfield. And they're going to get marched back 5 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and let's call it 15. Okay, here we go. Third down from the 18-yard line. Gonzalez airs it out again. Oh, here's Angel Hidalgo. He had it, bobbled it, dropped, and then it was hit away. Good coverage in there by Montebello. Gabriel Loaiza in there challenging Hidalgo. It's going to bring up 4th down now, 4th and 15 for the Bulldogs. There was a go pattern there for Hidalgo. He just curled and went up to the middle of the field and had an opportunity to catch it, but it would have been very, very hard in doing so. But good defense and good coverage there by the Oilers. 4th down. They're waiting for a long snap here. There it is. Oh, nearly blocked. That was Rodriguez with a kick. He's heading down to about the 44-yard line, down right there by number 21, Jimmy Romero for the Bulldogs. He's going to bring up now the Montebello Oilers coming out for the 2nd possession, and it comes with 3:36 left in the first quarter. Okay. Montebello quickly on the field with their offensive unit. Plasencia hands it off. Just running back. He won't get much there. Let's see who was in on that stop. Looked like it came from the... Oh, there it is, number 48. Give him credit for the tackle. Miguel Ortiz in on the stop of number 21. Check that. 22, Eduardo Gonzalez. Same formation. Plasencia dropping back. Airs it out on the flat. No good. Incomplete. Thrown behind his receiver. We get again out of the backfield, Gonzalez. So quickly now, it comes up to a third down for the Oilers.
Is incomplete. So it's third down. Third down and 8. Spotted at the 47.
Third down, and yes, we'll call it 8 yards. Okay, the whistle is going to stop play here. And the side judge is going to call offsides on Garfield. Encroachment. Okay, third. That changes the whole complexion now of the offensive movement here. It's going to be third and short. There you see the Oilers head looking over to their coach on the sideline, making sure they have they're in synchronization here for the call of this play. In motion, number 1, Placencia. Oh, he keeps it. Gonna run. Oh, he's gonna be brought down again. Number 48, not fooled on those calls there. Miguel Ortiz is a junior, defensive end, 180 pounds. And they lost 2 yards on the play. Check at 1 yard. It's gonna be fourth and let's call it 4. Punting team comes on for Montebello. The clock in the stadium's reading now 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the first period. Beautiful summer day here in the City of Angels and especially here in East Los Angeles, California, the home of the Garfield Bulldogs. Game 0 in the schedule, moved up a week this year. Instead of the last Friday of August, they've moved it up to the third Friday. So here we are with the start of school and, of course, the start of football season for 2018. Nava has it. Punt end over end. It's going to take a good bounce. Heading, oh, it went backward. Check that. And it was headed towards the 20, but tails out at about the 30. I'll check that. Heading towards the 10, but 15, it came back out towards the 20-yard line where Garfield will put it in play. First and 10, 1:42 left in the quarter. Coming to you from Garfield High School, the home of the Garfield Bulldogs, and they're hosting the Montebello Oilers. It's an intersectional game where we're seeing the LA City section take on the CIF Southern section. Garfield with the ball. And it's a running play. And on the carry, P.J. Garcia picked up a couple of yards. Let's give him 2 on the carry. 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. We're now at the 1:20 mark left in the first period. Joining us tonight on our production crew, our digital photographer, Anthony Ramirez, and our highlight producer, Frank Lee Robles, and his assistant, Kenneth Robles. Ball on 22. Here comes the Bulldogs. Handoff. Now check that. Gonzalez on the keeper. He gets stuffed. He's going to get stuffed badly back there on a busted play. 72 and number 40 get credit. 72, Charles Miller, and then Steve Servine in there also with the assist. Okay, let's see what's going to bring up third, and let's give him credit on that carry for about a yard. Let's call it 3rd and 7. Oh, still on his feet on that carry. There was Garcia again. He's working hard out of the running back position. Clock is running with just about 10 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see what the Bulldogs will do here. The clock is running with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we should hear the horn from the scoreboard, but there it is. It's the end of the first period of play. We'll be back in a moment. This is the East LA Sports Scene production of the High School Game of the Week. Okay, we're about ready to start the second quarter. Teams have changed the size of the field. Garfield will now be going from west to east. Garfield, of course, in their midnight blue and crimson colors with the white helmet. Here we go. Gonzalez hands it off. Garcia. Oh, he's going to be dragged down there. Good tackle in the grasp of number 34. Again, Pablo Mosqueda, he's a middle linebacker. He's a junior, comes in at 226 pounds. Very active on defense. Mosqueda's in on nearly every other play on defense when he's out there. And on that play, no gain. First, check that. Second, oh no, penalty assessed against the Bulldogs. Another 10 yards added. It's going to be 1st and 20. Just underway here with the second quarter, 11:53. Garfield 7, Montebello 0. Hand off to Garcia, or a pitch to him. He broke it. Still going out to the 30, 40. Nearly up to midfield. P.J. Garcia. He's just showing true grit and determination there, dragging some tacklers for some extra yardage. He rips off, let's call it a 25-yard run there. Oh, they're going to bring that back. Oh, my goodness, the white hat. Oh, penalty. Oh, boy. And let's see what we have there. Offsides. Could that be offsides? Hands on the hips. Okay, it's going to negate that. Unless they've changed the signals. Looks like he was showing encroachment with the hands on the hips. Okay, to be discussed later on. But the Garfield Bulldogs, instead of being near midfield, they're back at about the 10-yard line. So huge loss of real estate there for the Bulldogs. And they come out now at the line of scrimmage in the T. Pitch. Garcia threading his way. Oh, up in the midfield. He's up to the 30, 40, 50. Oh, it's a good move there. He slips a tackle. He needs a block. Let's see if Hidalgo can give him a block. Oh, my goodness. He does just enough to protect him and guide him in for the touchdown. Let's call it a 90-yard run on a pitch to the running back. Comes at 11:08, and thunder and lightning all in one play right there. It looked like he could have been stopped near the 30-yard line. He kept the legs moving, kept the shoulders down, head up, and that turns out to be just what the doctor ordered for the Bulldogs. Scoring on an electrifying 90-yard run. Had all kinds of elements to watch. Blocking at the line, blocking at midfield, and then blocking by his teammate at about the 20-yard line with a great move, of course. Stutter step move by Garcia, and that gave him the extra edge for the touchdown as he went in untouched. And for the point after, there's Rodriguez. He's a junior, picks up his second point after touchdown, PAT, and it moves the score now to 14-0. And they'll have a change of teams coming on the field. We'll be right back with the kickoff. This is East LA Sports Scene. So the Bulldogs feeling good right now after a tremendous run there by P.J. Garcia. With that run, he automatically goes over the 100-yard mark and was just underway in the second quarter. There's Rodriguez, left foot kick. Sails it down. Oh, it's bobbled there at the 10-yard line. He's going to have to jump on it for cover. Oh, then he will be dragged down. 84 and 48, give him credit for the tackle. And 48 has been very active tonight. Miguel Ortiz for the Bulldogs is going to put the Oilers, let's see, the line of scrimmage. It's going to come out at about, let's call it the, looks like the 21-yard line, 22, no, check that. 15-yard line. Getting confused there with the chalk marking. 15-yard line of scrimmage. And there's Gonzalez. May have, yes, he did gain a couple of yards on the play. Eduardo Gonzalez, he's a junior, 177-pound running back. And it's called a 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Plasencia dropping back. Oh, look out, he's going to be smothered here. Lots of Bulldogs in the backfield. Let's give credit there on the assist to number 55 for the Bulldogs. That's Anthony Rubalcaba.
Find an open receiver. Tries to run it. The Garfield defense is there.
And let's give you some numbers here for the Bulldog defense, or some players at least. Oh boy, here's another motion. Penalty's going to be called. Let's see, or is it a timeout? Okay, with that, it's a timeout. That's the official signal from the crew chief in the white hat. And with that, we'll also take a pause for the cause here on East LA Sports Scene. With the score, Garfield Bulldogs 14, the Montebello Oilers 0. 10:03 left in the half. We'll be right back. Here we go now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are ready to play football again. Friday Night Lights here, always welcomed all over the country. High school football is on stage here as Montebello completion in the flat. And trying to get a field, but there are the Bulldogs gang tackling there in good fashion. And it's a no-huddle offense here for the Oilers as they are down by 2 touchdowns, or total of 14 points, and it's 9:54 left in the half. And there's a pause on the field. Let's see what the white hat is calling here. It looks like there was a penalty flag. And that might have went against the Oilers. That's going to bring up 4th down. Penalty decline by Garfield. Garcia deep for the Bulldogs. He'll be stationed at about his 40-yard line. Nava in punt formation. Number 86 on his jersey. He's going to take the snap from the center. And there it is. He gets it off. Good length on the kick. Let's see if he gets some spin from the nose and the football. And it's going to be down right there at about the Garfield 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Garfield. And they bring the change in that downfield towards right in front of the Montebello bench. And it'll be 1st down for Garfield. And the Garfield offensive line are ready to go. Gonzalez, snap. Oh, here goes to Garcia again. He's going to be crunched. 3 tacklers in there on him. And that's number 21 and 52 for Montebello. That's Andres Castellon and Cristobal Perez. Drop Garcia there only after a 1-yard gain. 2nd and let's call it 9. Heavy sided on the right side for Garfield. Pass is thrown in the flat. He's got a receiver. And he gets ridden out of bounds there. And that was completed to number 21 for Garfield. That was a Jimmy Romero. He's a sophomore, comes in at 160 pounds. And he does double duty on defense as a cornerback. 3rd and let's call it 5, pickup of about 4.
Tackled by number 23, Jordan Duncan.
Jordan Duncans gets credit for that tackle as he rode him out of bounds in front of the Garfield bench. Snap, pitch, and that was out of the T formation. Looks like Garcia. And he's not a very big back, but he finds those holes and squirts through them for extra yardage. Enough for the 1st down. And Garfield on another drive with 8:23 left in the half. Shotgun formation here for the Bulldogs on the spread. 3. Oh, completed. Angel Hidalgo on the slant. Oh, good move. Broke his tackler in the midfield and kept going. And a huge gain. Another one for number 9 on his jersey. That's Angel Hidalgo. All-city selection last year for the Garfield Bulldogs, not only in football but in basketball. Dual sport athlete is Angel Hidalgo. And Garfield right back. Gonzalez on a keeper, cuts it inside. May have enough for the first down. Oh, he did have, that was first down, check that. Second down now and a gain of 1. Had to be a first down on a huge passing play to Hidalgo. And now a timeout's going to be taken. And Coach Hernandez is going to talk things over with the squad. We'll be back after the timeout. This is East LA Sports Scene. Here we go now with our countdown to start after the timeout. Garfield looking for another score here. Spread formation. Bruce Gonzalez. Oh, look out. And there is Hidalgo again showing his athleticism. Pass completed in the flat, but you saw a great move, shake and bake, right in front of the Garfield stands there, and he did it. Broke off a couple of tackles and then smelled the end zone and drove all the way down, let's call it to inside the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Oh, check that, third. They're going to give them third down and about a yard for the Bulldogs. Here comes, Gonzalez gets flipped over. Oh, brought him down nicely with a great tackle. Give it credit to number 25, Manuel Lopez, outside linebacker. He's a junior, 162 pounds. And he's going to lose some yardage there, and let's see what Coach Hernandez does. His place kicker is not on the field. Bulldogs look like they're going for it here. And here comes Gonzalez right out of the tee. Really tight formation. Garcia. Looks like he's going to dive forward. May not have got enough for the first down. Okay, number 3, closest man on the tackle, that was Jonathan Becerra, defensive end. That should have been fourth down. Let's see if there's some confusion here. That was fourth down according to the yard marker. And it's a change of possession. Here come the Oilers back on the field with the offense unit. They're going to be deep in their own territory. It's going to be first and 10. Let's call it from their, 4-yard line, 5-yard line. So they're deep in their own territory. So it was Gonzalez on a keeper, but he didn't have enough space. And Becerra just dropped him. And that broke off that threat there. So the Oilers shutting down the Bulldogs after another scintillating play there from Angel, a couple of plays from Angel Hidalgo. Here's a whistle. Okay. It's going to be offsides. Let's see who they give it to. They're going to march it off against the Oilers. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. Okay, here comes first and 10. Let's call it from the 5. Running play. That was Gonzalez. And didn't get much yardage on that carry. Let's give you some of the defenders for Garfield. Number 4 is in there, Andrew Hernandez. Keep your eye on him. Number 4 is senior, 160 pounds. Also dual athletes player. Again, pursued in there by number 48, Delgadillo. And Gonzalez the carry. Running plays are not delivering much in terms of yardage for the Oilers. Sticking to the ground game. We haven't seen much passing here from the Oilers. At least not effectively to move the ball up and down the field. Placencia dropping back now. Looking. Gets smothered from behind. His blocking broke down. And again, in on the stop. Let's give credit on that carry there, on that play to number 40, Joseph Serrano. And it's going to bring up 4th and 10. So the Garfield defense, led by Rubalcaba, Delgadillo, Olivares, Martinez, Hernandez, Serrano, and Ortiz, doing what they've been doing all game long here is shutting down the running game for Montebello.
I would think they'd want to block.
5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the half. Nava nearly under the goalpost. Oh, he shanked it. He shanked it off the right side of his foot. It did not carry downfield. He just booted it right out of bounds on a right angle. 45-degree angle is where it came from. So excellent field position for the Bulldogs. So they get an added bonus there on a kick that got shanked to the right. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left for Garfield. Now, as the sun sets in the west and night begins to fall here in East LA's Garfield Bulldogs, Gonzalez with Garcia in the backfield. Gonzalez, the quarterback. There it goes to PJ. Goes right, then left. Still on his feet. And the pile moves him forward for an extra 5 yards. Good instincts there by the lineman to join in on that play, giving Garcia an extra 5 yards. And again, reviewing the play tonight of PJ Garcia, he's over 100 yards and possibly approaching the 150-yard mark here in the first half on the ground due to that 90-yard touchdown run back in the early in the quarter. Let's give him a credit of about 4 yards on the carry and call it, no, check that, first. There's a carry. Oh, check that. Gonzalez. Bruce is his first name. Slipped up on that play and went down. No gain on the play. Give credit to him again for another tackle. Here in a tight bunch formation out of the T pitch. Garcia has it, left, right, zigzags, and he's still going. And the helmet comes flying off on the play. And on the stop is number 52. That's Cristobal Perez in on the stop for PJ Garcia, but he's very, very close to the goal line. Let's see where they spot that. And they're going to give him third down here. And there's more whistles here. The crew chief is looking for his officials, his referees on the side here to huddle up. First game of the season, there's going to be some disorientation here. Now there's going to be a timeout. There's a signal officially, and it goes to the Garfield Bulldogs. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports. 2-1 back to the action, same formation. And it looks like it's a dive play straight ahead by Gonzalez. Let's see if he's in for the touchdown or not. No signals yet. Third and goal to go for the Bulldogs, looking for their third touchdown of the game. Okay, check that, 4th and goal. Okay, that's going to call for a new formation. Let's see what the Bulldogs show. Quickly up to the huddle, to the line of scrimmage. And there's a pitch. Garcia looks like he is in. Okay, there is a touchdown. PJ Garcia, his third touchdown of the game. And it comes on, let's call it basically just a plunge from 1 yard out. And that's going to give Garfield the 20th point of the game. Here's Rodriguez now for the point after. He's 2 for 2. Left foot is up. It's good. Yes, it is. 3 for 3. And we now have the score on the field. It's 21-0 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, there's the whistle. As both teams get into formation, you see the Oilers ready to receive the kickoff. It's 21-0 in favor of Garfield. Opening up the season here on their home field. A good crowd here on a beautiful summer night now. It's going to be a little breezy, but it's a welcome relief from the heat. There's Rodriguez in for the kick. Sails straight down the middle, and it's picked up there. Oh, tried to get to the outside was Brian Martinez. Managed to do just that. He got some good yardage on the return, but the Garfield Bulldogs, when you expect them to be there, that's where they are. 3 to 4 tacklers waiting for the runner in anticipation. 2 minutes and 17 seconds here. The Oilers come, no huddle. Coach Gonzalez going with Plasencia at quarterback, number 8, and his running back, Gonzalez, Eduardo, number 22. Ball spotted, let's call it, on the 33-yard line for Montebello. Here they go now. Plasencia dropping back, looking left, goes right, back to the left. Oh, he had a receiver open just for a second, and that was number 13. That was Jalen Brooks, a wide receiver. He's a senior. Comes in at 165 pounds, a little low, but it was a catchable ball. Clock moves now to 2:11, but it stopped on the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. East LA Sports Scene bringing you high school game of the week. Number 1, and it happens on August the 17th, 2018, 0 week on the schedule. Plasencia looks left again. Oh, he tried to, yes, he's still on his feet, looking for some blocks. But the Bulldogs that come in bunches at you. Always in the vicinity of the football is number 48 for the Bulldogs, and that is Miguel Ortiz. And he's accompanied many, many times by his teammate Nicolas Delgadillo, number 28. Delgadillo, senior, 207 pounds, outside linebacker, and a fullback on offense when called upon. 3rd and let's call it 7, flag on the play. And let's see the white hat. He's going to signal. Offsides, and they're going to rule it against Garfield. And it's going to bring up 3rd, and it's going to be short of a first down. Let's call it 3rd and about 1.5. Clock stopped now at 1. Here it goes. Runs again at 1:27, 1:26. There's Coach Gonzalez giving the signals to his team. They have to move rapidly. There's a snap. Plasencia. He's got a receiver. Martinez. Oh, look out. On the underside, you'll find the receiver catching it, but then ready to pounce. Anthony Ruvalcaba, number 55, did an excellent job of making the first hit, but it's enough for the first down. Clock moving now with just under a minute. We're coming up to 55 seconds. 1st and 10 for the Oilers. Oh, more whistles. And that's going to stop play here. Let's see what our referee and crew chief does here. False start on the offense. Clock stopped at 50 seconds left. Scores 21-0 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. 1st and 15, backed up 5 yards. Spotting the ball, let's call it at about the 42-yard line. Plasencia ducks for cover, spins. gets out of it. But look out, here come 3 or 4 more Bulldogs. And the gang tackle is on tonight for the Bulldogs. Delgadillo. And we have Rubalcaba. And we have number 21, Jimmy Romero. The clock stopped with 24 seconds left by the Oilers. They're going to take a timeout and talk things over. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going. Here comes the offense here for Montebello. Number 8, of course, we've been calling his name all evening here. It's Richard Plasencia at quarterback. Dropping back. Has a little bit of time. Still looking. Oh, then he's going to be taken down there. Oh, my goodness. Stayed in the pocket. And the same tacklers right there to jump on him. Joe Serrano along with Anthony Rubalcaba. And there it is, 3, 2, 1. That will bring the first half to an end with the score on the field. The Garfield Bulldogs 21, the Montebello Oilers 0. They're going to go to the locker rooms and come back after the intermission, and we will be here then for the second half kickoff. This is East LA Sports Scene's High School Game of the Week, brought to you by East LA Sports Scene Productions. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, here we are now, ready to kick off are the Garfield Bulldogs. It's Rodriguez with the left foot, ready to put some distance from his own 40 down to Derek Galvez, number 9, and number 1, Brian Martinez for Montebello. Here they come. Deep kick. Picked up at the 1 yard line by Galvez. Galvez, oh, look out. Jarring tackle there by the Bulldogs. Not afraid to lay the helmet. Special teams, yes, getting lots of experience here in the first game of the season. In on the tackle again, Miguel Ortiz. Montebello trying to recover from the last possession of the first half. They get it here to start the second half. 1st and 10, let's call it from their own 25-yard line. Plasencia. Oh, snuffed in the backfield. Ortiz, Rubalcaba, Romero, look out. The linebackers all over the field, reading the plays pretty simply by just watching the quarterback. Quarterback Plasencia does not have much time when he passes, and it's just seconds for him to hand the ball off before the Bulldogs are in the backfield. So the front line there in the offense needs to give him some more protection and try to get the offense going into rhythm. Plasencia, again, trying to escape, goes out of the pocket. Oh, then hit by the secondary. Hidalgo lays a load on him. Number 9, Angel Hidalgo, has had a couple of big receptions for the Bulldogs, but the big workhorse on offense for the Bulldogs, P.J. Garcia, number 1 for the Bulldogs, but he'll be back on the field momentarily. And here comes Plasencia. Martinez on the reception. Let's see where they mark that. Is it close to a first down? It looks like they're going to move the chains. Yeah, there you go. Referee indicated it's a first down. So there is a good sign there for the Oilers trying to keep possession of the ball. Time of possession certainly favors the Bulldogs, and they made the most of their time, putting up 3 scores here with 21-0, 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Head coach Pete Gonzalez, assisted by Peter Gonzalez, Alfred Gomez, Frank Gonzalez, Johnny Macias, Andrew Arroyo, and a host of other coaches here for Montebello. So here comes the Oilers back on the field. Referee's holding a play just a bit. Oh, they're going to move him back now, it looks like. She's signaling the side judge. Going to talk to the coach there. Let's see if we can get that on camera. Okay, they're going to nullify that first down, and you see the side judge there talking to Coach Gonzalez, trying to figure out what happened. Okay, everyone in a state of suspension here, trying to figure out what's going on. Where's the white hat? Okay, here he comes over. And now he's going to instruct the lines, the chain gang, as we would call them, to either move them or keep them where they are. If it's fourth down, it's going to be inches. Yeah, we're going to take a break here in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, and they went out to measure, and they were certainly not as close as we thought. We thought inches, and it certainly was short by a yard. It's going to bring up fourth down here for the Oilers. And in punt formation is Nava back to receive. Is number 1, P.J. Garcia, having himself an outstanding night as a running back here for the Garfield Bulldogs in game number 1 of the season. Nava's back for the punt. A little high, gets it, and he moves it forward here on a straight line kick. Ball's bouncing across the 50 down to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line, where it's going to be first and 10 for the Garfield Bulldogs. And it's 9:43 left in the third quarter. And both teams now will bring on their respective units. Garfield brings out the offense. Montebello will put their defense on the field. Going the distance tonight for the Garfield Bulldogs has been number 11, Bruce Gonzalez, and his running back just behind him, P.J. Garcia. There it goes to Garcia. No hole there. He's met with stiff resistance. And number 3 gets credit for that tackle for the Oilers. That's Becerra, Jonathan Becerra in on the tackle. Gain of 1. Clock moving with 9:25 left. Gonzalez dropping back to pass out here in the flat. He's got Romero open. Good deception there with his stutter step. Gain a couple of more yards. And it's going to pick up about, let's call it 5.5, third and 4.5 for the Bulldogs. Romero, sophomore, goes in at 160 pounds, a wide receiver. Out of the T, bunch formation. And there goes the running back, still moving forward. And a new reserve running back has come in for Garfield, number 23, Andrew Garcia. He's a junior, 152 pounds. No huddle for Garfield, keeping the pressure on here. Garcia now is going to come in and give P.J. Garcia. So Garcia replacing Garcia for the Bulldogs at running back. Gonzalez now looking at the alignment. Has it. Pitches, gives it. Oh, kept it, checked it. He kept it and got around the right end. Found a hole and squeezed right through it. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards, 6 yards, call it 2nd and 4. Clock moving now with 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Triple receivers out to the right side for Gonzalez. Keeps it again. Good sidestep, and he's going to pick up positive yardage there. It's going to be close to the first down. But Garfield now bunching the receivers out to the right side, trying to fill those slots. and keep the defensive backs in neutral while they're running plays at a very, very good positive rate. Oh. Okay, that play is nullified. Gonzalez's carry nullified. He's got Delgadillo at fullback. Really tight bunch formation. There you see it. Oh, he dropped it, picked it up, bootlegs and aired out. Looking for Hidalgo. Oh, beautiful catch. Oh my goodness, down to let's call it the 5, maybe the 10-yard line. Can't tell that accurately from here where we are, but again, a sideline fly pattern. You saw it right there with Hidalgo going up. We mentioned that he has tremendous leaping ability, and he got in there over his defender. Ball was laid in there nicely, right on the money. 50-yard gain there for the Bulldogs, and now trying to dive in for the touchdown. Let's see who the ball carrier was. It looked like that was Andrew Garcia. No, check that, Nicholas Delgadillo. 2nd and goal for the Bulldogs on an outstanding bomb, his 3rd or 4th of the game, where that will go into the highlight reel. Bunch formation. Oh, here goes Garcia. Over left tackle. Is it enough? There it is. He broke the plane, and he earned himself a touchdown at 6:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Garfield Bulldogs add more points onto the scoreboard. Let's give that unofficially a 2-yard dive for Andrew Garcia. And that comes at, like we mentioned, 6:22. And that's going to move the score 27-0. Coming up for his 4th point after is Rodriguez holding by Delgado. Check that, Delgado. Kick is up, and that's good. Almost automatic for, let's call him by his full name. He is number 16, Fabian Munoz Rodriguez, Jr. Comes in, and a punter, he comes in at 207 pounds, and that moves the scoreboard up to 28-0 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. And we'll be back in a moment with the kickoff. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ball is down. It's in the tee. Here comes Rodriguez again. Got a very strong leg. Comes in again, as we mentioned, over 200 pounds. So there's going to be a lot of force on that football for velocity. Let's see how far down the field he gets it. Here comes the run-up. Kick. Going deep. Middle of the field. Here's Martinez. Picks up a block. Going outside. But no, look out. He won't get too far. Number 10 and number 22 for Garfield. That's Sonny Hidalgo, number 10. And Jimmy Olivares, number 22. Let's see where they spot the ball. 1st and 10. Let's call it from, they're saying the 30, let's call it 31-yard line. Montebello trying to get out of first gear. They've been stuck because of the tremendous defensive pressure applied on the quarterback. Oh, incomplete. Pass is intended for number 4. That was Benjamin Jimenez. Incomplete. Clock stops. Ball placed back at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 10. No huddle for the Oilers. 6:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Snap, dropping back, Plasencia out, look out, smothered again, and dropped for a loss. Delgadillo is relentless. Number 28, and with number 48, his companion on defense, Miguel Ortiz. And in for Garfield now at the defensive back position, number 19, that's a Matthew Ventura. And number 9, of course, Angel Hidalgo is having himself just an outstanding game as a deep threat for the Bulldogs. Snap, look out, Martinez in at quarterback, and he is still going. Somehow got through the grasp of about 2 or 3 tacklers. And then Sonny Hidalgo puts the finishing touch on him, brings him down for the tackle. They're going to be well short of a first down. 4th, and let's call it 9.5. So the Montebello offense unable to get untracked here. Number 1, P.J. Garcia. P stands for Peter, and the J stands for Jason. He's only a junior, and he should be coming back here to Garfield next season. He comes in at 158 pounds. But he is a threat on the running plays. Nava's back for the punt. Oh, it hits the ground. He's going to pick it up. He got it off. And it's spinning, moving, and then downed. That's down by number 6. That's Peter Mariscurra. Ball will be placed. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball's going to be placed at about, let's call it the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for Garfield. Now let's see what the alignment is here for Coach Hernandez in game number 1. Has a pretty comfortable lead, 28-0. And Bruce Gonzalez still at quarterback. And Garcia behind him, but it's Andrew. Dropping back, flushed out of the pocket, and then he lets it go. Oh my goodness, he was turned backwards. Jimmy Romero, but he couldn't hold on to it. He had it in his possession for a split second, but he was airborne when he jumped up. A good pass by Gonzalez, avoiding the pressure, planted his back foot, got the ball off.
The ball got there.
So it could have been a very catchable pass from Gonzalez to Romero. Clock stopped at 4:15. Incomplete pass first. Let's call it. Should be second. Oh, penalty on the play. Would not have counted. So it still remains the first down. Oilers accepting the penalty. There's Gonzalez, fakes the pass, airs it out. Oh, Hidalgo, the intended receiver, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down. Clock stops with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Just the rollout game, the inaugural game of the 2018 season. And it's intersectional between the CIF Southern section, represented by Montebello, and the CIF City section, of course, represented by the Garfield Bulldogs. And we are at the home field of the Bulldogs. Gonzalez. Oh, intended for Romero here as a checkoff. Couldn't handle it, incomplete. Be a third down now for the Bulldogs. Third down, and let's see what Coach Hernandez sends in here for this play. Montebello again representing the Almont League in the southern section, and the national ranking according to Max Prep 6,109, state ranking 447. And that is a nothing play there in terms of the offense. They did not gather themselves. And no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 20. In fact, there's a loss of yardage, a few yards. It's going to bring a 4th and 20 for Garfield. Okay. We believe for the first time that Rodriguez is back for a punt. And let's see how far he can get it downfield for the Bulldogs. There's a snap. Gets it away, straight down. Looks like a very nice spiral. Picked up at the 25. Good special teams coverage by the Bulldogs. Got to give some credit there to 42. Eric Anaya, 52. Jesse Cortez, and number 40, Joe Serrano, all in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. So one of the few times we've seen the Bulldogs in punt formation. I think that's the second time only in the game. And the clock stopped at 3:10. Here come the Oilers again, trying to get out of first gear, looking to get in rhythm for at least to put some points up on the board. Let's go. Oh, hit as he throws. It was. Oh, but a flag is going to be thrown right as he threw the pass. See, that was Plasencia in at quarterback. Yeah, he took the shot, but he completed it. Thank you very much. Okay, looks like the flag is going to go against the Oilers, so it's going to negate that beautiful reception, down and out, and nicely executed. But again, the penalties. As I say, the coach's worst nightmare are penalties when you have a nice play like that, a nicely executed play. Okay, Plasencia in the backfield there as quarterback. Airs it out. Oh, nice play. Slant pass down and in. And lots of Bulldogs in on the stop. Completed to Jalen Brooks. And he's going to gain some yardage on the play. But he's going to be well short of a first down. It's going to be second, and let's call it 13. Second down, and let's call it 13 from the 29-yard line. Plasencia looking. Oh, this time, no time there. Oh, sacked by number 4 for the Bulldogs. Andrew Hernandez came from behind and blindsided the quarterback. Luckily, he held on to the ball. Could have been easily a fumble, but Plasencia hung in there. And give Hernandez credit for the sack. Also in there for Garfield, number 57, Martin Romero. Defensive tackle, getting some playing time here. Plasencia over the middle. Ooh, let's see, it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for number 14, Andrew Jimenez. And that's going to bring a punting situation here now for the Oilers. Clock is stopped with 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Score on the field, Garfield 28, Montebello 0. Nava back again for the punt. And single receiver here to pick up the punt will be P.J. Garcia. And there's a long snap by Pablo Mosqueda. Nava gets it off, nicely kicked. And Garcia called for a fair catch, and he's granted that at the 44-yard line of Garfield. And 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the third quarter. As we were mentioning here just a moment ago about the standings, we mentioned that Montebello's ranking in the country was 6,109, in California 447, and comparing that to the Garfield Bulldogs national ranking of 5,288 and the California ranking of 389, again per Max Preps, America's source for high school football. Okay, the offense is on the field for the Bulldogs. Wide receiver out here to the left is number 2, Matthew DeLeon. Over here, he's on the left side closest to us. And on the right side, you have more receivers. Oh, high snap, but Gonzalez. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, double, triple team sack. And Gonzalez able to recover and give number 52 credit. That's Cristobal Perez, defensive tackle. He's a senior, 227 pounds. And he read that play nicely, dropped. And he dropped Gonzalez for a loss on the play. Loss of, let's call it 2 or 3. 2nd and 13. It's 2nd and 12. And there you see the Garfield offensive line, good spacing. Gonzalez dropping back, throws it into the flat. Intended for Romero, incomplete. And we're down inside the minute mark, just 42 seconds left. Garfield with the ball. Okay, there you see the players looking over to the right side, their sideline for the play. Okay, the play has been sent in verbally. They have it. And here comes Gonzalez, who will count out the snap. There it is, dropping back. And he throws a flare, just a screen pass right here to P.J. Garcia. Oh, breaks the tackle. Nicely done. But brought down finally there after a short gain, number 21 for Montebello. And that was Andres Castellon. And he's limping a little bit there. They're going to have to get the trainer out on the field. And the play, of course, will be called to a halt as they attend to the injured player. And let's hope that he will be okay. So we're going to take a timeout here while they attend to the player and come back. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, we're back, and it's good news from our perspective here. It looks like there was a cramp for Andres Castellon, and he was able to come off the field under his own power. So here we go, 4th down. And there's Rodriguez with a left foot kick. And it's down, taken at the 20, 30, 15-yard line, and it's bunches of Bulldogs there that put the stop on the ball carrier for the return. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Montebello Oilers. Offense has really been pressured badly by the Garfield Bulldogs. And that's going to be, there's only 1 second left now in the 3rd period. Time for one more play. Offense is on the field now. And there's a carry. Handed off to the running back, number 22. And that was Eduardo Gonzalez. That will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And when we come back, we will be ready to start the 4th and final quarter of the game. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. The action here, 4th and final quarter. And here comes the Montebello Oilers. Oh, pass thrown out here to the flat, incomplete to start the 4th quarter. Garfield up very comfortably by a 4-touchdown margin, 28-0. And it's the first game of the season for both teams. And last year it was Garfield winning a in a very close game against the Montebello. And that took place, of course, at the Montebello Oilers home field. And Garfield had a home-and-home contract with him. There's Placencia. Oh, my goodness. Smothered. And let's see, give credit on that tackle to number 55 for Garfield. He's just been all in the backfield the entire game. That's Anthony Ruvalcaba. So the Garfield front four, defensive front line, just breaking through the offensive resistance there from Montebello, and they pressured the quarterback the entire game. It's never allowing Montebello to get into any rhythm. Punt formation by Nava. He gets it off. Ball sails. Oh, it takes a good bounce at the 40 down to this, call it the 31-yard line, where the Bulldogs will put it into possession again. .58 left in the game. And kind of reviewing here, we've had some great running plays by P.J. Garcia along with some deep threat bombs that were hauled in by Angel Hidalgo. And based on those two offensive elements coupled with the defensive element there by the Bulldogs, that's been the story of this game thus far. And there's still some time left in the game here for the Garfield Bulldogs to bring in some of their reserve players here early in the season in game one. And there's P.J. Garcia on a running play. Still at quarterback is Bruce Gonzalez, number 11. And let's see what Coach Hernandez does here to maybe grind out and the time here on the clock.
Here we go, second down and 10.
Uh-oh, misdirection play. Oh, Gonzalez gets dragged down. And it looks like they may call that a necktie tackle. Unfortunately, the defender's hand got inside the shoulder pad in the uniform of Gonzalez and brought him down backwards. And let's see what they call here. Let's see what the white hat, the referee in the white hat. Yes, it looks like that's what they're going to call. Let's see, here comes the official signal. Or did we have that already? Okay, now they resume play. That was a big unsportsmanlike contact play. And fortunately, Gonzalez comes out of that okay. Pass out here is a screen pass. Still moving forward.
He breaks one tackle. He's able to scramble up for a couple of yards.
Couldn't tell who was the receiver on that play.
Down, that's number 50.
Possibly it was Angel Hidalgo, number 9. Clock is moving now with 9:40 left in the game. Up to the line of scrimmage of the Bulldogs. No huddle offense, just moving the ball forward as best they can. Here is Gonzalez on the keeper. Oh, ball got loose. And let's see on that play there. Looks like one of the Montebello players is down on one knee. And now he's going to go down. That's number 40. Let's just check out who that is. That's Steve Servine. And they're going to have to attend to him there. And, yeah, they're going to have to check on Servine here and see how he is. The trainer's out there. And all the players go down to the customary one knee in recognition of a fallen warrior there. So we'll see what happens in a moment. We'll take a break and come back with the status of Servine on the field. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, Steve Servine, thankfully and fortunately, he's okay. He came off the field on his own power. That's a good sign. Back to the action. New quarterback. Oh, look out. and PJ Garcia ends up with the ball, but in at quarterback, number 15, Israel Castillo. He's a junior, 181 pounds. Okay, Bruce Gonzalez is probably going to watch from the sidelines here and give some playing time to the backup quarterback. That was Israel Castillo. And we'll take a look at some other players here for the Bulldogs. Delgadillo in at fullback. And we have number 19, Matt, check that. Number 19, Matt Ventura is also in for the Bulldogs. Rodriguez back for the punt. And here comes a flag. And the referee's going to signal. It's against Garfield. Delay a game. Here comes a snap now for Rodriguez. There he goes. He has it. Kicks it. Very high kick heading downfield nicely with a spin heading for the sideline. Ball's going to be out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, maybe 26. It'll be 1st and 10 for Montebello. Clock on the field shows 7:51 left in the contest. 28-0 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. Game number 1 of the season for East LA Sports Team Productions, coming to you from the Garfield Bulldogs home stadium. And we're taking a first look at Montebello in an intersectional matchup here. City section versus southern section. Penalties being marched off against the Oilers, going to put them deep in their own territory. Let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be a line of scrimmage from the 19-yard line. Placencia is going to air it out downfield. Oh, looking for Martinez on a fly pattern, heading down the sidelines. Incomplete. Clock stop. 7:45 left in the contest. Garfield up comfortably by 4 touchdowns. It's still 28-0. Dropping back again. Oh, throws it over the head of the intended receiver, Martinez, again, down and out. And he had some zip on that pass and went over the bench of his teammates on the sidelines there. It's incomplete, 3rd down and 10. $7:39 left in the game. There's a snap, inside handoff on a reverse. And there's Gonzalez. Oh, look out, he's upfield at the 50, the 40. Oh, dragged down from behind. And let's see who brought him down. A touchdown saving tackle. Looks like that was Angel Hidalgo that put on the afterburners and brought down Gonzalez after, let's call it a 40-yard run. Oilers now perhaps feeling the spark. And the referee now, let's see what he's calling here. Okay. Calls a timeout for Montebello. Well, we'll be back after the timeout. This is East LA Sports Scene. Run. They're going to credit Gonzalez with a 59-yard run. Placencia, is under pressure. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he's just getting tortured in the backfield there. Number 55 in for the Bulldogs. That's Anthony Rubalcaba. He's had himself a huge game on defense, along with Miguel Ortiz and Nicholas Delgadillo. Penalty now is going to be marched off against Garfield. Unnecessary roughness is what they called, and the ball moves forward for the Oilers. This is the first sustained drive of the ball game that we've seen by Montebello. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum here. Spread formation here for the Oilers. Placencia fakes it, goes the other way up the middle. Quarterback draw, still going. He's got space, he's got room. And he's going to be down to the 10-yard line. Hidalgo and Delgadillo ran him down and knocked him out of bounds just at about the 10-yard line. So good draw play there by the Oilers. Coach Pete Gonzalez making a great call there. Had the Garfield Bulldogs going left when he went right. Or check that. Bulldogs went to the left and he countered it with himself going to the left. Placencia, look out. He's running, keeping it. 10-5. Ooh, almost in. He's going to be stopped short of the touchdown by Hidalgo as he lowered his helmet as Placencia did the same thing, and they just collided right there, was knocked out of bounds just before a touchdown. So Martinez along with Gonzalez in the backfield there to give some blocking for Placencia. There's a snap. Placencia trying to break the plane of the goal line, does not do it. He's going to be short. And the defense by the Bulldogs up the middle, especially the nose tackle and the defensive tackles and guards all collaborated to stop Placencia from breaking the plane of the goal line. 5 minutes and 10 seconds. The clock still runs now. 3rd and goal here. And now here we see Placencia with an empty backfield. Nobody there to give him any protection. Wide receivers galore out of the spread formation. Martinez now stops, moves right. Oh, he's going to be dropped. Oh, again. Oh, my goodness. Rubalcaba, number 55. Dropped them for a loss. And that's going to move it now. Let's call it 4th and goal for the Oilers. Coming so close, and let's see if they can get up on the board here. Placencia dropping back. Oh, it's broken up. Oh, intercepted out of the end zone. Oh, look out, Hidalgo. He's going to try and put the Jets on. Oh, he's still going. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. In for the touchdown. Or did he drop it? He laid it down as he broke the plane. Let's see what the referee calls now. Let's hold it now. Let's hold it. See what's happening. See what's happening here. Did he lay the ball down before? The referee has not ruled on it. That's a very strange play. It looked like Hidalgo had broken the plane on the interception. And the referee in the white hat is now on the far sideline. We got to see what he's going to rule here. Here he comes over to the Montebello side. He's going to talk to the head coach. You see now he's pointing over to the corner, trying to explain what happened. He's moving back to the other side. And let's see what Hidalgo did there. Did he negate a touchdown? Okay. Okay, it's very difficult to understand the official. He's got a sound system on. What's going to be the call now? Let's see. Is it a touchdown? Holding. Defensive holding? Okay. But what do we have here? Do we have Garfield with possession at the 1 yard line?
Come on, Richie!
Oh, my goodness. Okay, that play has come all the way back because there was a penalty on Garfield. Fumble. Oh, check that.
Come on, coach!
Oh. Plasencia looked like he had given it on inside handoff to Martinez, but he pulled it back. And that should have been the 4th down. Or is it first down? Automatic first down? Okay, we couldn't hear the referee on the call. Very, very strange play. We're going to have to review that one. 2nd down goal. Pitch out here to Gonzalez. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Gonzalez broke 2 tackles. And then finishing him off was number 52 for Garfield. That's a Jesse Cortez. A huge loss there. It's going to be a 3rd and goal now. And this must be about the 10th play that Montebello's had inside the 5 yard line. And here comes again an inside handoff going nowhere. That was for Eduardo Gonzalez. And here comes a 4th down play. On the last 4th down play, we saw a very strange play with Hidalgo intercepting in the end zone and then running it back 100 yards at the minimum. But there was a holding penalty on the defense. So here we go now, 4th down for the Oilers. Same formation, 3 wide receivers out to the right. And here, oh, he's going to be throwing it deep into the end zone. Overthrows to Martinez. And that will be a change of possession here. So a very frustrated group of Montebello Oilers come off the field, and the Garfield Bulldogs take the field now with the offensive unit right at the 2-minute mark of the game. So an incomplete pass on 4th down negates a touchdown try for the Montebello Oilers. And what a series of plays we saw on that last 5 minutes of the game. All belonged to Montebello, but they just couldn't score a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And a penalty on the snap. Okay, very difficult to see the referee when his back is to us. He's trying to give an audible up to the press box. We can't really understand that. First and 10 for the Bulldogs, where the ball is spotted now, line of scrimmage. And here is the new quarterback, still on his feet, trying to get outside. He can't do it. And that was Israel Castillo taking some snaps here for Bruce Gonzalez as the quarterback position here is rotated. And the clock's moving now with 1:35 left in the game. 28-0 in favor of the Bulldogs, and that's going to be a timeout taken. And we'll be back with more of East LA Sports Scene's High School Game of the Week. 5-4. Here we go now. Castillo in a quarterback, number 15 on his jersey. Hands it off, spinning, trying to get loose from his tacklers. He can't do it. And that was number 23, Andrew Garcia. And with 1:23 here, we have another timeout. Oh, injured player. Check that. Timeout. Timeout. Looks like that was a timeout call just for stoppage and substitutions. Now it looks like there'll be a full timeout given to the Garfield Bulldogs. Well, just lots of confusion. Game one, there's whistles all over the field, trying to understand the confusion that's out there. And the Bulldogs are back. It's their ball, so they're in possession with 1:23 left in the game, deep in their own territory. Castillo at quarterback. Hands it off to Garcia. No good. Brought down there by number 52. That was Cristobal Perez. And the clock stops again with 1:09. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, whistle blows. We're set to go here. Garfield now look like they're preparing for the victory formation. No, check down the punt. And it's Rodriguez. Picked up there by Martinez. Slips a tackle. Then brought down. Number 19, that was Matt Ventura. Okay. Okay, on to the punt by Rodriguez. Montebello will claim possession here after a good run back by Martinez. He'll be at the 30-yard line. This could be the final opportunity of putting up some points on the scoreboard. And now a big major penalty against the Bulldogs is going to really give the Oilers an opportunity to get into the end zone here. 59 seconds even left in the game. So Richard Plasencia at quarterback. He's got double wideouts on the right side. Martinez, the lone wide receiver on the left. And Plasencia. Ball batted down here. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 here for the Oilers. Oilers looking for the play on the sideline. Everyone's focused over there at head coach Pete Gonzalez. There's a snap. Plasencia dropping back. Has Martinez. Still spinning, scoring on the reverse pivot. And there is a touchdown. It comes with 45 seconds left in the game for the Montebello Oilers. They have to be very, very happy, at least for getting a touchdown here late in the game. But it gives them an opportunity to add an extra point on, possibly two. Let's see what they go for. Nava's in for point after. And let's see who's going to hold for them. It's going to be Plasencia, the quarterback. Nava puts it up. And let's see, it's good. And that's going to put the score now 28-7 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, here we go now. Finally set for the kickoff. There's Nava, onside kick. Picked up there by Garfield on the bounce. And that was number 84. Give him credit for the catch of that onside kickoff. It's going to be Garfield Bulldog. 43 seconds left in the contest. 28-7 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. So this will be their second consecutive win over the Oilers from 2017 to now 2018. And there's Castillo. Victory formation just about ready to start here. There he goes. The knee goes down. We hear no whistle on the field. Clock is moving, 30 seconds left exactly. It's all academic. Here comes Castillo with the knee. And that should do it. 15 seconds left. They're going to line up now at the 50 for the sportsmanship salute and handshake, signaling the end of a high school game here played at Garfield Stadium on the campus of Garfield High School. Then they will now be recording their first victory of the season, 1-0, and the Montebello Oilers will be given the record of 0-1 to just start the season. All these games are preseason until they actually get into the league season. Oilers going to the Almont League and the Bulldogs representing the Eastern League. So there you go, right on your screen is the sportsmanship salute. The Warriors taking time to thank each other for a well-played game. And so with that, you see the score on the board. It's 28-7 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs, and that will wrap up our first game of the week as we'll head downfield and see about doing our post-game show here for East LA Sports Scene's High School Game of the Week. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. And here we are, Coach Lorenzo Hernandez opening up the season against Montebello with a victory. Coach, you assess the game tonight as briefly but as powerfully as you can.
Well, I think our defense played lights out. They were amazing. I mean, they got a score with our second group in there, but it's not no knock on them. You know, they did what they had to do versus a second group, so you got to give them that. But, you know, offensively, I think we struggled a little bit. I think Bruce, in his first start, you know, he did some right things, but he did a lot of wrong things too. So I think this is a growing stage for him, and we're hoping that he progresses and gets better at what he should be doing.
Okay, and of course, it was lights out for the offense too when those plays came, both on the ground with PJ Garcia, over 150 yards in our estimation, and then with Angel Hidalgo making some great circus catches for those big yards and at the most critical times of the drive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a very hungry team. They got something to prove, and you know, I don't think they have gotten the respect that they deserve, and rightfully so, until we start doing some right things. But you know, we got guys like Hidalgo, and we got other guys that are trying to be contributors, and I think as we grow as a team, I think we're just going to get a little bit better.
And Coach, right away you come back with Sure next week.
Yeah, another very tough opponent. You know, our neighbors, so they're very well coached. They got a great program, tradition there. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Not saying that this was, but you know, we got our hands full next week.
And Coach, very quickly, because I know you got to talk to the team here, give them your post-game assessment and everything, and get with them. But good for the community to see Garfield playing Montebello and Sure back-to-back in 2 years in a row. Gives us the feeling that there's the closest of the communities.
Yeah, absolutely. A little disappointed in the Montebello crowd. I thought we could get more people out, but they haven't started school, so maybe in the years to come, maybe they'll come out. But definitely Sure has a lot of pride, and there's no doubt Sure is gonna travel well. So we expect another great facility, you know, to be filled to capacity next week.
Coach Lorenzo Hernandez, 1-0 off to a good season here, to a good start, and we will come back and see you again next week.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Great games coming up. Okay, East LA Sports Scene, we're going to get a few players after Coach Hernandez talks to them, and we'll bring them here and get you to meet and greet them with us here on East LA Sports Scene. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And here we are, Bruce Gonzalez, number 11, and he is in a very important position as a quarterback. And Bruce, a big win tonight. You guided the team to a victory over Montebello, 28-7. But your assessment, your thoughts as the man in control of the offense. Talk about how you felt in today's game.
I just felt like we were on a roll the first half and a little bit of struggle going through. Okay. As long as the offense and the defense stays balanced, I think there's nobody that could stop us.
Very well said, because we were admiring and complimenting very highly of the defense, and it just, as I say, it's a whole team effort. But when it comes to offense, you have to make sure that it's in motion. And tonight it was done very well, the ground game and the air game. Talk about some of the plays that Coach Hernandez and the staff put in.
We worked a lot well with our superstar wideout, Angel Hidalgo, number 9. He made a few plays for us, yes, which were huge when we were backed up in our own 50. A couple big plays by PJ Garcia, number 1. Yes. And yeah, just the momentum just helped us out this game.
And it seemed like your blocking, your schemes, your angles, it gave you a lot of time in the backfield, and it opened up holes for the running game as well.
Yeah, O-line, big part of football, probably the most important part.
I'd say against the Montebello, you really never felt threatened because they just couldn't get your defense really shut them down. But on offense, whenever you needed to get into scoring position, you guys did that very successfully.
Yeah, they gave me a lot of time in the pocket. I don't believe I got sacked this game, but it just helped me out a lot. O-line, big thank you.
And the chemistry of this team now that you've had your first game, and as they say, the pads were on. Everything was a game that you had to have. Of course, the home field advantage to win this game.
Of course, first game, always a little bit of butterflies in the stomach, but after that, we are on a sure. That's all.
A little time to rest, but then next week another big game here against Shore.
Yes, sir. Hope to see you.
Okay. Bruce Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. We're going to continue on now. We're going to bring in the players rapid fire as we have some time here to talk to the players and not only meet this young man. We saw him last year, and he continues where he left off from 2017 to 2018. And PJ Garcia, welcome, and good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Talk about that run, the blast, the 90-yarder, and that was my unofficial estimate of it. But talk about that play. What was the play that was sent in from Coach Hernandez and the staff that you knew on that read that you had a lot of space and a lot of blockers downfield?
It was just a power play, and I saw that cutback and I hit it hard, and I saw green from there. Just ran.
And then it wasn't a clear ride into the end zone. You put a great stutter step on the play, and then I think Angel Hidalgo guided you right in to be in touch. Talk about how that play really unfolded towards the end.
Towards the end, I knew I wasn't gonna beat him, so I had to cut back, and I knew Angel was right there that he will make a block for me because I seen the defender that was in back of me, so I just trusted him, and I went with my first thought.
And talk about the chemistry now, the confidence of your O-line. Of course, you as a running back leading the team here. Talk about just how you feel now and then getting ready for next week.
I feel good going into next week. Like, it's our first game. There's mistakes always, but we'll grow for next week. I will be way better. Our O-line, everything.
Okay. We want to congratulate you on a huge game and continue on in the win column for next week. We'll be back to see you then.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and that'll do it for this edition of East LA Sports Scene as we start 2018 out here at Garfield High School, and they produce a huge win over Montebello, 28-7, and a lot of highlights in this particular game today. As we spoke to PJ Garcia with his 90-yard run, Angel Hidalgo with several circus catches and, as they say, deep threat plays, and Bruce Gonzalez at the quarterback handling all of the controls and doing it very well. And then speaking up on defense, Miguel Ortiz and Nicolas Delgadillo and the entire Rubalcava as well, but the entire defense really playing in stellar form on game one. But work is just underway. They come back next week against Shore High School right here, and I do believe it's going to be a big revenge match for the Bulldogs to come back and defeat the team that beat them last year. So we'll be back here with more of East LA Sports Scene next week on our high school game of the week, number 2, and we'll see you then. So on behalf of our entire crew, we're speaking of Anthony Ramirez taking all of the digital, and Frankly Robles, Kenneth Robles doing our video highlight reel, and Rico Cabrera II taking care of all of the play-by-play video that you see here on our production. And of course, yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr. Thanks for watching this edition, and we will see you back here very soon.